It's me again, Tracy from Tees Plays Nice. Thank you for all returning viewers. Thank you for everybody that's stuck with me and did watch last week when I came back after a long hiatus. Thank you for everybody that has been so complimentary on Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry, the comments that I had both privately and on the forums about my little enterprise that I've started up. Thank you so much to the people that purchased. That was lovely. I was quite shocked how quickly the little bit I did have sold out, so it gave me the encouragement to keep going and keep trying. I'm really sorry about the lighting this week. It's getting on to 4 o'clock on Sunday the... Sorry, I lie, it's getting on to 3 o'clock on Sunday the 19th of February. I'm a bit gutted because I've been seeing lots of posts from people that have been to Unravel. Not only that, I was supposed to be going to the UK trade show at Birmingham NEC this weekend, but plans got changed and I didn't get to go to that and see all my old demonstration friends. So I'm a bit gutted I didn't get to that. I didn't even get to the local little Exeter West Point did a Craft for Crafter show, and I haven't even managed to get to that. But I have been dying. Not dying, but dyeing yarn. I'm just going to lower you down a little bit. You seem to be a little bit, sorry, excuse me, a little bit, that's a bit better. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm Tees Plays Nice, Tracy. I can be found on Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook, most places is Tees Plays Nice, but the forum on Ravelry has changed to Ocean Creations UK, formerly Tees Plays Nice. I'm just trying to rebrand to get in line with all the yarn, so it's all nice and easy, but I will always be Tees Plays Nice. Can't change that, unfortunately. It's going to be a quick one this week. As I say, thank you to everybody that's supporting. I do really appreciate people coming to watch me. I didn't thank all the podcasters that I watched last week. I forgot Periscoping Sisters. I forgot Legacy Knits, Chelsea and Sue. Sue, I do try to watch her Periscope as well, but I'm normally working when she does that, so I don't get to see that very often. E+, Eric, Delightful Eric, Sockmatician, I catch in and out. There are so many, and I do sit and watch an awful lot. I prefer to watch podcasts and normal television. Although saying that, I did try and get into Taboo. I turned off the last couple of weeks. It was just getting too dark for me. Love Tom Hardy, but it didn't hold my attention any longer. Following Sue off the Legacy Knits recommendation, I've started watching Bates Motel on Netflix, which I quite like. I get the sense of humour bit with that, so I really do. I will always watch Called Midwife. I do like my drama, that type of drama, something you can sit and watch and relax and do that. But a lot of the time this week I've been working, and I've also been doing a little bit of knitting, so I'll try and get onto that. I have got a finished object to show you, and that is going into the Grocery Girl Sock Bash, Wool & Vine's boxer socks, and it also went into Bakery Bear's Priory socks knit along. And I also used Kay Jones's, not only her pattern the Prairie socks, but I also used her yarn One True Love, and they are finished. That's one. I haven't put the other one on the sock blocker, but you get the general idea. And the only thing I did do, I must fess up to, I did the Prairie socks, but I did do the Afterthought heel. So they fit me lovely, and they're really, it's super. If you haven't tried the pattern, please go and purchase from Kay. It is a lovely, lovely pattern. So it's quite easy and repetitive. I think it's a 4 pattern repeat. So it is quite nice and simple to do. 2x2 rib. And yeah, so that's my second pair of socks for this year for me, which I like. Excuse me, I'm swizzling around because everything's just behind me. I've changed around a little bit at the minute because it's a bit of a mess over there. So that's those. What else? Oh, I found a work in progress to show you. It's been a while since I've worked on this project. I did try and look on both the manufacturer's website and Ravelry. Couldn't seem to find it. I didn't even look at my own project page, but I am going to try and start uploading a bit better on the blog and on Ravelry of projects that I'm doing and things like that, and even little snippets of what I'm dyeing and what I'm hoping to get done for you in future. But this project has been languishing. Do you know what? I think I'm a bit of a chameleon. Depending on who I am with or who I am thinking about or who my thoughts are with, when I go shopping, I tend to morph into them. Does that make sense to people? If I go shopping for my mum, for instance, I end up, my daughters will say to me, you've been shopping with Nan, because that's something Nan would buy. And then if I go shopping with a friend, it would be the type of things they would buy. And if I tend to morph into whoever I'm with, and I think that happened when I purchased this yarn. I was coming back into my knitting after doing the apprenticeship and I wanted to get, and I was in town, I was like, buy some yarn. And in our city centre, nowhere anymore does the more high-end market. We've got a shop in the haberdashery, they sell acrylic, they might do a little bit of wool, but it's King Cole. Our local market store, she's mainly acrylic. There's not a lot of wool, there's no indie dyes anywhere, there's nothing unique. So I went in and I saw this pattern from King Cole, and it was a crisscross pullover, and I had buttons coming up on the band there, but it literally was a pullover with crisscross, stripes, wide waistband, rib, the sleeves were all done in rib of a contrasting colour, and it was stripes. On the pattern it was red, green, cream, and I think it was a rosy pink in there as well. It was quite Christmassy in colours. And I went for brown, so you can see, oh, that's the back. You know, I did the back. No problem. It's just double knit. It's really quite simple. I've carried up the yarn on the sides because obviously you're going to seam it, so it's no biggie about carrying up the seam. So that was the back. I got the front. The front was kind of strange. It's all entangled with the sleeve at the moment. It's been languishing in the bag, and I really need to find the pattern. Don't even know what I've done with the pattern for this. And this wasn't very long ago. This was at Christmas I was knitting this. So you can see that you knitted up, you did your rib, and then you knitted up one side, and it went diagonally across. So it's going to go like that. And then you knitted up this little bit to go underneath. And that's going to come up that side. And then you pick up stitches and you do a little I-cord edging and your collar. So that was the front. So I've done the front. I'm actually onto a sleeve, and that's just normal rib, and then it got put away. It got put away, and I was only using bonus double knit, Hayfield bonus double knit extra value. It is machine washable, it is acrylic. So I was just using those three colours with the cream, and for the buttons, because you had buttons going up your rib. Sorry, I don't mean to keep turning around. You had buttons to go up the rib, and I bought nice little wooden buttons, and that's as far as it got. So that was that one. I have also started the Finlagan cardigan that I was talking about on last week's episode. Get me, last week's episode. So I've literally cast on and started the rib. I was doing this last night when I was watching a bit of Bates Motel, so that's all I've done. So not a lot to show. But I finished my socks, and to be fair, I think I was only halfway up one sock. Why had I finished one sock last week? So yeah, so that's my Finlagan cardigan started. So no doubt I'll carry on a little bit of that. And I have also started knitting with my own yarn. This is Eeyore, the Eeyore inspired colourway that I was showing you last week, and there is only one left of these in the shop. Okay, and it's the Eeyore Sure is Cheerful colour. I guess I'll have to get used to it. There's one left on the Pilgrim, but I know I've done one on, I did have a lady ask me, could I do it on a double knit base? I have ordered a double knit base, and I have done one on a double knit base, and I'm hoping to do a shop update on Wednesday or Thursday of this week. I was hoping to do it today, but it's still quite damp, and drying of yarn at the moment is taking a toll. And I'm still trying to produce. I did do a fairly substantial order, which I can talk to you in a minute, of undyed yarn to get me started. Oh, I've got dye on my hands. Look at this. I don't know if you can see. Such a messy girl. But as I was saying, yeah, I have dyed up one skein on double knit. It has come out a little bit darker, but I will try and show it on Instagram before I post it in the shop. So I have got that. But yeah, I'm just knitting socks with this, and I'm just going to quickly show, if I can show you the heel maybe, because I'm trying to be a clever stick and I'm trying to do my own sock pattern to release. So I'm doing the Eye of Partridge heel. So you can see how it's knitting up, and it is knitting up quite lovely. Every now and again you just get, I don't know if you can see, a blush of the hot pink that was on there, and I am loving it. And while this is on my Pilgrim base, and it is 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon, it is a thin fingering. It is lovely. I'm doing it on 2.5, but I would recommend you do it on 2.25, depending on what fabric you like. And I said to my husband, I said, it doesn't feel as soft as the merino, but then it is for socks, so it is going to be quite sturdy, and I am quite pleased with it, in all honesty. So, but I'm hoping to get them finished and knit in another pattern and another colourway, because I want to do the Eye of Partridge heel, and I want to try and do an afterthought heel in the pattern, just to make sure that it goes how I want it to go. And then I'm going to release it on Ravelry, hopefully. So exciting. But it's just a normal 64 count, and then obviously you do whichever 56, 68 is it people do? Whatever. A little bit more thinking, but hopefully it won't be too long before I can do that. So, quick hello to Denise from the Knitting Den. She mentioned me on Instagram this morning. Denise, it's lovely. It's lovely to see you back as well. Mentioned it last week. I really do feel that when I sit and watch Denise, because she was one of the first ladies I did watch. Her and Tilly Trout and Pen Hook and Needle ladies were virtually the first blogs that I watched, and they literally made me feel like I wanted to go. So when Denise is recording and I'm sitting to watch Denise, it really does feel like I'm sitting down with an old friend. So it's lovely to see you. So I had, as I was saying, I did the order, and I've got some double knit. Excuse the creeping. So this is my stash enhancement, because basically I haven't had any funds to go and buy any pretties myself, because I've been sorting this out. I went out and I bought 3 new dye pots. I've learnt the way I like to dye is slightly different to way other. Oh, I'm learning my own style now. I think that's what I'm trying to say, is I'm beginning to realise what gives me the deep depth of colour. I'm learning now the importance for me of a syringe. I like to use a syringe so I can record my formulae down and realise this is what I'm using and how I've mixed it, and I'm getting a bit more technical with it. So this is my stash enhancement. I've ordered some. This is 100%, this is my double knit. It's 100% Australian New Merino, and it's 100 gram hank. So it's quite nice, and that does feel really nice and soft, I must admit. But as I say, I've only dyed up one of them at the moment on a base, on the Eeyore colourway, because somebody did ask. So I'm going to be playing with some double knit. I ordered some more of my fingering, my pilgrim base. I've got quite a bit of the pilgrim base. And then I also ordered, at the same time, 2 new bases. I didn't order any sparkle this time, because I'm going to do that next time. And I'm hoping to even do some minis maybe soon. And I might even do some... No, I can't see me doing sock blanks in all honesty. But maybe some minis. Then I ordered this one, which is a 2-ply high twist. It's still fingering weight, and it is 75 superwash wool and 25% nylon. It's 450 metres per hank, but it's got a really, I don't know if you guys can see, I don't know if I can get close enough. There is a real twist on the yarn. So I've actually dyed up one of my new colourways on that, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And it carries on my AA Mill and Winnie the Pooh inspired. And on top of that, I've ordered, because everybody has to have this in their itinerary, as far as I'm concerned, it's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere and 10% nylon. So this is a base that is going to be coming, and it's 350 metres per 100 grams, and it's super, super soft. And I keep looking and I keep thinking, I just want a cardigan made out of that, because it really is super, super soft. So I'm hoping to be dyeing, so as you can see, I'm going to be playing a lot more with this dyeing lot. Oops. Just jumped out. So I've got a big box, nice box full there. I've got 2 companies that I can play with when ordering. One does do the sparkle, one doesn't. But I'm sure I saw the one that does. It does the bronze sparkle. I've never had bronze sparkle. I've had the silver and I've had the gold, but I've never had bronze. So I might have to play on that. So talking of shop update, I've got 3 new colourways up here, and I've got 2 colourways. 1, 2, 3 more colourways downstairs that I'm hoping to put in the shop this week. So in total, that's going to be 6 new colourways. Is that right? Yeah. So 2 are going along with the Winnie the Pooh theme. One is coming, 2 are totally, don't know where they came from, but they've been born. And there's 2 more that I kind of like had an idea. One come out exactly how I wanted it to come out. And I'm learning with the dye now that the dyes don't always do what you think they're going to do. And then there was a different colourway that I had in my head, what it was going to be called, what it was going to look like. It's come out totally different, but I love it. But it's drying, so I can't show you. But I will try and put sneaky peeks on Instagram to show you. So the first one, sorry, I really will get organised, but I'm rushing because I've got today off work, and then I'm working every day but Thursday this week, and it's late, so I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have, so I needed to get this out and just to say this is what I'm doing. I've been giving sneaky peeks on these ones I'm going to show you on Instagram, and thank you for all the new Instagram followers. Today it's just gone woomph, it's been lovely. So now the first one I'm going to show you is, oh, I've got to skein it up actually, it is carrying on the AA Mill theme, and it is Roo. It's based on Little Kangaroo, okay, which I think he's a lovely little thing, and he's got a lovely caramel colouring. He's got little pink flashes in his ears, and he wears a lovely little blue t-shirt. So that's what I was trying to recreate. This is on, I've got a feeling this is on, oh dear me, I should have wrote it down. It might be on Pilgrim, but it might be on my merino cashmere nylon base. I will double check before it goes in the shop, no fear there. Okay, but this is Little Roo, as you see it in the skein. So you've got the pale brown for his fur, you've got the little flash of pink, the palest pink for his ears, and then you've got the palest blue for his t-shirt. So that's what it looks like in the skein as it came out, you know, as it's skeined up. I haven't reskeined it, it's as it's dyed. So if I undo it now and show you, you have got about, oh, let me think, a quarter of the palest pink, and there is some little whites in there. I still like the variegation. I still like the variegation. Then that goes very pale white into very pale blue, and then it goes into the blue. Okay, so you've got that much of the blue, which I would say is about a third of the skein. And then from there it morphs into the beige. So then you've got the lovely beige, which is just under half the skein, and then you go back into the pink. So there you go. That's what it looks like. So that is Little Roo. Little Roo I can repeat quite easily because I've learnt now to write down the formulas and how I mix them, what I use to dye them, what percentage of water to dye I used with my little syringe. It helps, and I'm finding, I know a lot of people do the full immersion. I kind of like do full immersion, but I have to do it in stages, so it's not all in one pot at one time. I kind of dye it in different sections. So that was Little Roo. Then I wanted to play with another technique that I've seen. Now this is on the high twist, and this to me, I'm so happy with how this has come out, guys. It is 100 Acre Wood. You couldn't do Winnie the Pooh. I haven't done Winnie the Pooh yet. You couldn't do Winnie the Pooh without 100 Acre Wood, as far as I'm concerned. And when I think of 100 Acre Wood, I think of brown, greens, autumn. Yeah, that's my 100 Acre Wood. So that's what it looks like. You have got, on the end, you've got some really, really pale. You've got yellows, oranges, pale green, darker green, you've got the browns, look at the flash of orange on there. This is on the high twist fingering, but when it's just makes my heart. So it's going to be quite a speckly one, I reckon. Not speckly, you know what I mean, variegated. But I just love it. Really, really happy with how that came out. So that is 100 Acre Wood. So I was quite pleased with that, and I'm learning to dye up my own colours now as well. I'm taking the base dyes and mixing the colours slightly to give me, yeah, I'll reskein that in a minute. I'm hopeless at skeining yarn. Start making it look pretty. Then I started to play. I had in my head what colours I wanted for this next skein, and it kind of worked out exactly as I wanted it, which is unusual for me. And I just started giggling, and the name just came into my head. Don't ask me where it's come from, but it just popped into my head, and this is what it's called. It is called Late Night Party in the Sushi House, because of the salmon colour that's in here, okay? It was kind of like, when I look at sushi, you've got the darker outer layer, and then you've got the rice, and you've got the fishy orange in the middle of the salmon, but you've got like speckles of other things in there. So I've unskeined it, just bear with me. If I skein it back up, as I say, totally hopeless at doing this, but you'll get the idea. No, you won't, because I'm okay, so you've got your salmon, then you've got, to me, the sushi, the darkness of the green leaves on the outside. Then I wanted to go with the grey white of the rice and all the other bits. So that's roughly. But again, when it's on the skein as is, you've got the salmon colour, okay, and it's quite dark at one end and then it goes lighter to the other end. Then you've got that greyish colour, only a little bit, but it's a nice silver grey in there. Then it goes into a tealy colour, which is variegation. And then you go into the whole speckly colours. And I just look, I mean, some of the colours in this are red and, oh, it's lovely. So that's Late Night Party in a Sushi House. I was going to call it Drunken Party in a Sushi House, but I'm not quite sure if people would have liked that. So that's that one. And I love it. And that is on the MCN base. So I'll just skein it back up. Oh, that's better. Hope this is better. So there. There it is, all skeined up. So I have some of that going into the shop. Not a lot, because I'm only doing small batches of each colour at the moment, just trying to get some colourways up. I'll give you a hint that I've got another colourway which is quite, it's turquoisey blues, which are all variegated, hit and miss with white in the blues and the different colours of the turquoise on one side, and then it's got murky greys and blacks and everything on the other side. And that one is called And I Ain't Looking Forward to the Journey Home Either. Now, I'm in Plymouth in the UK, and that has come from when I was very, very young. There used to be an advert on the television. Can't remember what it was advertising, but it was a very dark night and it was stormy weather, and you saw these three men in a boat and they were rowing, and they were literally rowing down a street. When it zoomed out, you realised they were rowing down a street to get to the pub. And they went into the pub, and the barman said to them, "It's a bit stormy out there tonight, guys, isn't it?" And they said, "Yeah, and I ain't looking forward to the journey home neither," because I don't know why it makes me laugh, but it does, because it was, can't remember the exact hour, but it just made me chuckle, the fact that these guys had rowed to get to the pub on a stormy night, and obviously they were going to have a few drinks, and they weren't looking forward to the journey home neither. So that stuck with me, so I've got that one coming out. While I was playing with that one, another one popped into my head. I think maybe it's because I'm new to this. They're kind of like, I'm finding inspiration from all over. And I was browsing the other day, retro, not for yarn, just for something else, retro something. I think we were talking sweets or something with somebody in work. I think it was one of the patients I was working with. It's got a little bit of dementia, and we were talking sweets. And a Fab Ice Lolly came into my head. So I've got Fab, and it's going to be called Have a Fab Celebration. Now, to me, it's going to be available if people like it and buy it. It's going to be available every now and again. But with Easter coming up, I thought it'd be quite a nice Easter. And it is kind of, it is very much like a Fab Ice Lolly. If you live in the UK, you might not be able to Google it. Well, anyway, you might be able to Google what I'm talking about. And down the bottom, it was like a strawberry raspberry ice pole. Then you had a creamy, thin creamy, almost like a milky ice creamy layer over the strawberry ice pole. And then on the top of that, you had chocolate sprinkles. So I've kind of tried to recreate that in a way. I'm quite happy with how it's come out. I haven't got it to show you at the moment because it's drying. I'm just afraid if I show it to you now, the colours will be too dark for what they'll be once they've dried down. So that one's coming in the shop update this week. And then I was trying to do something else retro sweet, which I'm not going to talk about now because it didn't work. But what came out, I absolutely loved. It didn't come out nothing like I thought it would come out, but I absolutely love it. Again, I will try and show sneaky peeks on Instagram before the Wednesday or Thursday of the shop update. I'm hoping to do the shop update ideally for Wednesday because I know I'm home from work on Thursday, so I might be able to get some posted by Thursday on my day off if I do the shop update Wednesday. And it literally is going to be called Reggae Reggae Reggae. So you can kind of like guess the colours that it's going to be. It's all bright and colourful on one side. It's just an array of colours on one side. And then it was all dyed the same way, all the colours. And then half of the skein I dyed over with black. Now it's not come out black because I'm not a black knitter. I don't like knitting with solid black anyway because it hurts your eyes. But this has turned out, to me it's almost turned out the darkest green with some purpley red. Yeah, purpley red undertones, and it's all, again, I'll try and show a sneaky peek. I might even try and get a sneaky peek on Instagram later today of that one. So that's Reggae Reggae Reggae. So that's another one. So 6 new colourways going into the shop. I'm enjoying it at the moment. Not sure what else will be going in the shop on this update, but those will be, those colours I've talked about. It's not a huge update. It's not masses of all of it because, as I say, I'm only dyeing up 3s, 4s maybe, just to get the colours in there and see what people like and what they don't like. So it's given me a good in what bases people like and what bases. So the people that have purchased, if you could let me know, did you like what you got received, or you know, I'm open to a positive or constructive criticism. I don't want any. Sometimes within other areas of the craft industry, when you've asked for that, some people can be quite mean-spirited towards people trying to break out and do something a little bit for themselves. I haven't found it in the knitting community at all, I must admit, but in other industries I have. So yeah, I am open to positive or constructive criticism. Or anybody would like to say, look, have you tried doing this, or have you tried doing that? Please let me know, because I would appreciate any feedback at all, basically, at the moment. What I will be doing, as my subscribers grow, because I went away and I've come back, I think if I ever get to, I'm only on about 168 at the moment, but if I get to 500 subscribers on the old UBTube channel, I will do a yarn giveaway. I will do a skein of yarn giveaway, and as we progress, I might even start doing the cows again. If there are any other podcasters out there that would say, you know, do you want to donate a skein of yarn to one of my competitions, get in touch. I can't promise that I will fulfill everybody, but I'd be quite happy to supply a skein of yarn for a prize for a podcast. Reach out to me and let me know. Or if I start doing cows here, if anybody who's out there that makes bags or dyes their own yarn, stitch markers, anything crafty or positive like that, that they think other crafters would like, please get in touch and I'll be happy to start running cows and little giveaways, because I think that's the lovely part of this. It's so many people reach out and share with one another, and we're constantly giving one another new ideas and how to do this and how to do that. And so yes, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Just like to say again, thank you to everybody that purchased, thank you to everybody that spends time with me. I promise as of next week I will get better organised. I will start doing show notes. I will have a little book as I'm going and writing things down. Haven't done again today. This is really ad hoc. Just literally, right, I've got 5 minutes or 40 minutes it's coming up to sit down with you guys, have a quick chat and get things done. I've had a very busy week. Scratch my car. I only passed my driving test in June, and I was a bit frantic at work this week out in the community, and I had to turn around in a very narrow lane, and there was roadworks going on, and there was a rather irate gentleman who doesn't want anybody in his driveway, and I kind of like got a little bit with it all and reversed. Yeah, that's enough. It's not bumped, it's just when you hear the of a wall making contact with your car, you kind of like stop. So it's not a bump, but there is a few scratches. Hubby's going to try and sort it out for me. No damage done. It's only a car. I'm alright, hubby's alright, life's alright. So anyway guys, that's it for this week. I'm sorry it's short and I'm sorry it is short and sweet, and I'm sorry I've gabbled on, and I still feel like it's shop update, but I'm just letting you guys know this is there if you want it. If you just enjoy watching, that's fine, it's not a problem. If you want to get in contact with me, chat away. I'm on Ravelry, as I said, in the group, Facebook, Instagram. Come along, have a chat, and have fun. And I hope to see you all again soon. That's it for this week. And next weekend I am working on a late, so if I'm going to get done, I've got to get done early in the morning. Okay guys, bye.